Bien, nous sommes aujourd'hui avec Ricky Warwick, donc pour son album solo. Hi, Ricky. Thanks for according us some of your time.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
yeah, you known playing in the Almighty, where you already had fan base. Then you came back to the forefront with Tin Lizzy, and then Black Star Rider. How does it feel to be a part of a legendary band such as Tin Lizzy? And were you aware of the expectation from the fans of the band's return? And after we are talking about your album.
Okay. Um, to sing for Thin Lizzy, who are probably my favorite band ever, is a dream come true. And it was such a is a wonderful experience. It's very humbling. It's a huge honor for me because Phil is, in my opinion, one of the greatest songwriters that there ever was. And it's an extreme privilege to be able to sing those wonderful songs that he and the guys wrote. I just mind blowing experience. And yes, the expectations. I knew what Thin Lizzy meant to so many people because I know what they mean to me. So I was very aware of treating the whole thing with a lot of respect and a lot of humility. And as a fan myself, knowing how much passion and soul and heart that I had to put into the performance, which was easy because I just love the band so much. But I'm just so, I think, humbled to be given the opportunity to sing those songs.
Okay. In fact, one last question, not about Tin Lizzy, but I asked you a lot of friends, what do they want for you? And they all said, when can we see again the Almighty with the original band? I think everybody is talking to you this question.
Every
So
day of my life, I get asked that question every day, which is good.
It's a
It's
good
good.
thing.
It is a
Yeah.
good thing. Yeah, because the fact that the band still matters to people and people still think about the band and still think about the music is wonderful because that's what we wanted. We wanted to create something that the music never dies and the music goes on and people will still listen to it 100 years from now. And the fact that right now the Almighty seems to be very relative to a lot of people, and a lot of people go, "Hey, you should get the band back together." I think it's wonderful. It's not going to happen, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
It was great, and I think the legacy and the memories and the songs we kind of did everything we wanted to do, and we got to a point where we've gone as far as we can, and it's time for everybody to move on and do different things in their lives. And I think that's where we're at. And I don't think any of us really have a desire to roll backwards. I think we want to keep moving forwards with our lives. But it's nice that people feel that good about it.
Yeah. So 7 solo album plus the new one, 8 album with the Almighty, 1 with Circus Diablo, and 4 with Black Star Riders. How do you explain such creative energy?
I get bored very easily. I'm not very good when I don't have anything to do. I'm just one of these people. I find it very hard to relax. I like to be busy. I like to be creative. I like to be writing. I think that makes me happy and makes me easier to be around. And I love to write. I just love to write. I just love it. I try and write every day, and it just fills me with joy that I'm able to do a job where I get to be as creative as I am.
Oh, okay. You said that the true spirit of rock and roll is a relentless pursuit that consumes you. What do you mean by consumes you, and what is for you the true spirit of rock and roll?
The true spirit of rock and roll is playing from your heart and meaning it. That's it in its very essence. Playing from your heart and meaning what you're doing. It consumes me every day. It's all I think about is music. All I think about is music and listening to music and writing music and making music. I wake up thinking about it. I go to sleep thinking about it. I have done for most of my adult life. I don't know why. I just love it. And I think that's what I mean. It just consumes me,
Yeah, and have you thought about what your life would have been if you hadn't met this famous spirit of rock?
Yeah, I would have been a farmer. You know, I grew up on a farm, so I'd have been a farmer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. uh, you say it comes from the art. Is it for this reason that your new album is uh, not produced as a lot of production as Def Leppard? This is a rough album.
Yeah.
Is it why you did it like this way?
Yeah, I think I wanted to get a very pure, raw rock and roll sound. It was very much about capturing the moments and the songs. You know, I used a live band in the studio to record, um, and I wanted to have an edge to it and a certain vibe to it. And I didn't want it to be too overproduced. I didn't want to spend hours and hours on one sound or one song. I think if it felt good when we were making it, we just recorded it. And the whole thing was very spontaneous. And that's the way I like to record. I like to capture the moment.
Yeah, in our digitalizer, how do you live this change of world? Because it seems that you are very humble and you are like an old-fashioned man with old-fashioned values. How do you live into this new world?
By staying who I am. I was brought up to be polite and to be respectful. Also not to take any shit off anybody. And I think my father brought me up like that, and I really respected my father as a man, and I think I just I've stuck to my ideals. I've stuck to who I am and what I am. I'm older now. I'm finally I feel I'm comfortable in my skin. I feel that I don't really have to answer to anybody. I feel that I don't really care what people think anymore. But I think it's good to be respectful. It's good to be polite. It's good to be understanding. It's good to be understanding of other people, and tolerance as well. And I just learned that, and it's just that's how I try and live.
Huh. And here's your new album, a kind of personal diary, a notebook of reflections on thought on today's world. And do you think that an artist has to pass on a message?
Um, I think everything I write is personal. You know, everything I write is reflective. It's for me. I can express myself and explain myself better in songs than I can just talking. I've always been like that. I can say and get more inside my mind and my head when I'm writing a song and what I really think. So I think I've always written from a very personal, introspective view. Um, I mean, I don't think it's can artists. It's not. I don't think it's up to artists to preach. But like everybody else, we're allowed to have an opinion. And just because we're musicians, people go, "Oh, you shouldn't. You're a musician. You should be singing about politics." Well, you know what? Guess what? Since music started, artists have been singing about politics. Politics is part of music, whether you like it or not. I have an opinion on politics. I'm going to put that in my songs, because that's what freedom of speech is all about. But I don't think artists should be preaching too much until you need to do this, you need to do that. I think you put something out there. And you say, "This is what I think. This is what I feel. If you agree with it, that's wonderful. If you, that's wonderful." Of that mindset. That's the way it should be for me, because music can change the world. People say music, of course, it can change the world. It changes everything. You know, with this pandemic, everybody's been listening to music, everybody's been watching movies, everybody's been reading books. The arts change the world. They keep us sane, and that's why they should always be appreciated.
Yeah.
And
So how do you live this strange period where hearts are almost dead because you play live, you can't do anything.
right.
So how do you live this?
Well, I don't think they're dead. I think they've never been more alive, because I think more people are listening to music than ever now. More people are reading books. More people are watching movies. More people are playing video games. More people are painting. That's all art. And it's always undervalued and underappreciated by a lot of people. Like, it's not a real job, and it's like, it is. It's a real job, Of
You,
course it
you
is,
can
because
say.
okay, it's a fucking real job. Because you put blood, sweat, and tears, and you work hard at it like anybody else does. Anybody else that has a job, you work hard at doing what you do, and we all need it. And, you know, we all need music and we all need literature and we all need movies and video games. It's all part of it. And it has to be more appreciated than it is because it's not enough.
Yeah, and I have to tell you that I'm always confused on some song. It's the same with Black Star Rider because I feel like I'm hearing Phil Lynott. Uh, I listen to a few songs from the Almighty, and what a difference it makes. Could you explain why your voice is so different?
Yeah, and the Almighty, you know, obviously I was a lot younger when we were making those records. And the Almighty was a very aggressive, in-your-face band, and you know, you know, I'm shouting a lot. I wasn't really singing. Everything was loud and big and you know. So when I made my first solo record in 2002 with Joe Elliott from Def Leppard, he produced my first solo record. He said, "You don't need to shout." He said, "You can sing." He said, "I've heard you sing. Sing."
Mhm.
He says, you have a nice voice. Just sing." And I went, no, I don't want to sing because I want to get my point across. And you know, he said, people will still get it and still understand your lyrics, but you know, so he taught me to sing, and then playing acoustic guitar. I'm going solo for the last 20 years has really taught me the strengths and weaknesses of my own voice and how to use it and how to sing. And then obviously when I ended up singing the Thin Lizzy songs, I'm studying Phil and how he sings, and he's a huge influence on me. So suddenly, as I've got older, I think I've just become a way better singer. I just think I have with practicing and playing more, and you know, working out how to use my voice to its best advantage. And I think I benefited from that.
Yeah, I saw you on stage with Thin Lizzy, and I was very really impressed because I
Thank
said,
you.
"Wow, it
Thank
was
you.
really yeah."
Thank you.
You have invited many prestigious artists on this new opus. Were they difficult to convince, and was it important for you to have them on your album? I think Luke
Well,
Knowledge,
you know,
Ray Scott,
yeah.
everything. Huh.
I mean, it wasn't difficult for me to convince them because they're friends, and I've worked with them on some of their records over the years too. So they're really good friends. So it was, you know, it was easy. You know, it was like, hey, you want to play my record? You know, you're my friend. You just happen to be Andy Taylor, or you just happen to be really. So it was really easy. The thing I like about making solo records is that I can have whoever I want play on it. I don't have to ask four other guys in the band. You know, go, hey, is he okay? So you know, it's my record. So if I want, you know, anybody on it, I can have that, and I kind of like that. And they're just people that I really admire, and I'm fans of their music and fans of what they do. So I just thought, wouldn't it be great to have them play on my record? And they were all amazing. They all said yes, and they all did such an amazing job.
Okay. Your album features intimate songs like "Time Don't Seem to Matter," "Clone of Misery," and
Yeah,
catchy songs like "Clone of," no, not "Clone," "Punk Energy" with "Never Corner a Rat." Uh, a, a little bit of Tin Lizzy with the first one, "When Life Was Hard and Fast," and a really Devil's Great cover. I really like it.
thank you.
Am I right if I say that Ricky Warwick is a mixture of rebellion coupled with melancholy, and that you are a man with old-fashioned values? Am I right or not?
I Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
I like
that's what
that.
I feel.
Thank you, thank you. No, that's great. No, I would agree. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, okay. So, with this pandemic, do you know how you can promote an album? Because usually people send to the press some words, and after you go on concert. And what about
Mm-hmm.
your position about the live stream? Uh,
Sure.
is it something that you could use, or is it something you don't appreciate as an
Oh
old-fashioned
no,
man?
I appreciate it. I certainly, you know, like you said, I've old-fashioned values, but I'm very aware of things change, and I think you have to keep up with technology as well. Absolutely, I'm all about it. I've actually been doing some online shows. I've done about 6 this year, solo acoustic online shows. And while we're in the situation that we're in right now, it's the only way that you can really play live and play in front of people. So I've been using that platform, and I think it's great. It's been really good for me. I've really enjoyed doing it. Obviously, it's not quite the same as playing live in person in a room with people, and of course it's not. But for what it is right now, where we are, it's okay, and I've enjoyed it.
And have you planned something to tour in Europe for the solo album?
Yes,
Yes.
We have some dates in the UK starting at the end of April through May, and then the plan is to stay out for most of next year. Play in Europe and play the festivals. Hopefully, if everything is okay by then.
Yeah, and do you intend to play in France? Because we don't see you so often in France.
I know, yeah. I would love to get back to France. I would absolutely love to come and play in France. So if there's any promoters listening, please get in touch. I would love to come and play.
Yeah, and what is the signature of trademark Ricky Warwick? What made a song sound like Ricky Warwick?
I think just me. It's who you are. It's who you are as a person. It's your personality. That's what makes you sound the way that you do. I can't change. I can't change who I am. I can't change what I am. So that's just what you see and what you hear is what you get.
And do you remember when you were younger? What was the first song or album that make you give you the envy to play rock, to be rock, to play guitar? Do you remember which one?
Yeah, absolutely. It was an album called Inflammable Material by the band Stiff Little Fingers.
Okay.
That was the first record that made me go, oh my God, this is amazing.
And after you play with them.
Yeah, right. It's funny how things work out, right?
So before leaving, do you have something to say to your French fan and about your new album? And let's go.
Absolutely. I mean, thank you so much, everybody. Please check out my new album, When Life is Hard and Fast. And I really hope to get back to your wonderful country very soon and play some shows. It's been too long. And everybody stay safe and stay well. And hopefully I will see you all next year. Thank you so much.